Welcome to Winging It. This is another deck upgrade video. This time we are looking at the deck upgrades for Diana and Preston in their Circle Undone campaign, going from the Secret Name to Wages of Sin. This is going from the third to the fourth scenario. We have a cool 6 XP to spend. We earned 4 in the scenario, and then the campaign guide gave us 2 more. And of course, Diana also has 2 more to spend from Arcane Research. So that is the most straightforward upgrade, is the Arcane Research, in which case we're going to be just grabbing an upgraded Ward of Protection. This obviously is a really strong upgrade for her, as she can now cancel Preston's treacheries. So that is that's excellent for her. Now we're going to go with something that I do a lot in Diana, and I don't know, it just seems straightforward to me because of the icons that she has on her, Twilight Blade being so good for her, willpower and fight. You can get 2 willpower, 2 fight icons. It makes sense to me, and to upgrade to get 2 well prepared. So this is 4 of our XP is going to go into well prepared. I'm going to go ahead and ditch the Unexpected Courage for those. Unexpected Courage is a nice flexible card, but as we're upgrading, it's not just a key critical thing for me, and well prepared functions to do a lot of the same kinds of things, although obviously it's limited to what the icons we have out. But we can add an evade icon if our 45 automatic is out. We can obviously add, willpower and fight if our Twilight Blade is out, fight if our beat cop is out, evade if our beat cop is out, that kind of stuff. So it has some flexibility, and, is more reusable than Unexpected Courage. Of course, you have to get it out, so, that's potentially a thing. So the other upgrade, we have 2 XP. This is kind of the other part of the equation. I like to upgrade Steadfast into Physical Training level 2. This is one of my favorite cards. I really like Physical Training level 2. Even though I don't actually like the level 0 version of it, just being able to get rid of the resource cost for it is excellent, because spending 2 resources on the stat booster is already going against using it, because you actually want the resources for that. But the other thing is, these icons let me commit basically almost what Steadfast would let me do, and more reliably. Now, I know Steadfast is often going to be 3 willpower or 3 fight, but Diana really usually only needs 2 of each. And what makes these really nice is you can play the first one, and then you can, boost with Well Connected, or you can spend resources, to get to 3 up if you need to be 3 up or whatever, to kind of, get you that last little bit up. And then the second one, you can just commit. Or maybe you just commit both of them and just play them as, skill cards. So Physical Training will go along with my other Steadfast, and then hopefully we will get 2 XP from the Wages of Sin and be able to get my other Physical Training. So that's kind of the plan for where we're going. This is really the phase 2 of Diana, is to getting her stat boosting under control. And then after we've done that, we'll go to stage 3, which is where we just start really trying to upgrade and get some of the most powerful things we can get to really tune our deck. So anyway, that's where we are, going into Wages of Sin with Diana. And now we'll take a look at Preston. Alright, now we're looking at Preston and his upgrades. His 6 XP is going to be very straightforward. The Gravedigger's Shovel is definitely outlived its usefulness. It was okay for killing a rat and getting a clue, and actually it worked out well. It did good work for me, but that is, that was not the plan. It was just a placeholder until we could really get a combat option for him. I like, especially in two-handed, for all my investigators to have at least be able to flex a little bit. And obviously I built him more on the clue end of things, but I did want him to be able, to fight. So to that end, for our 6 XP is just going to be 2 Ornate Bows. With Lola out, he can be easily going at a 4 with the Ornate Bow, and then boost with either Well Connected, or Dig Deep. So we will just take out the Gravedigger Shovel and slot in the 2 ornate bows. Now, we also have an adaptable where we could trade out some level 0 cards. And I really wanted to get 2 scavenging in. So we're going to grab some scavenging. And the reason for that is because the ornate bow and the flashlight both compete for slots, it's nice to be able to, when I need to play out, do a combat, do a big damage, burst, slot out the ornate bow, and then with scavenging I can pull back a flashlight, or maybe I want to pull back a bow. It's, for a normal investigator, that would be kind of a pricey thing to do because those, the bows are expensive and, putting them in and out is bad. But Preston can probably afford to put the 4 out for the bow if he needs to. And then the other, and maybe potentially the main target for this would be the Cherished Keepsake. Because, again, for Plucky protection, although in the last scenario, I burned a Plucky a little bit early, but, I regretted that. I think Plucky it really helps you be able to, in this build, just top off, get a little bit of, intellect here or there. Even if you're using Well Connected, it's nice to have Plucky online. So, yeah. The Cherished Keepsake is really helpful for Plucky protection, and being able to recur it is even better. So, that's the goal with the scavenging. So as far as what I'm pulling out, well, look what I found. It's kind of an easy target. It hasn't done a lot of work for me with the haunted, the haunted mechanic. It's, kind of makes Look What I Found a little bit rough. So I kind of had it in for the first scenario just to have as many clue getting options as possible, and hadn't pulled it out yet, and so I think it was time. And then the other will just be Backstab. Backstab is nice, but the bow is basically doing what Backstab already does for me, so I don't really need it. So I will just throw in my 2 scavenging there, and this is our build going into the Wages of Sin. So I hope you guys can check it out, and we'll enjoy the playthrough and see how these decks do. Thanks for watching Winging It.